And I am back. What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I sincerely hope all has been well with you. Now, guys, there is a slogan out there you might have heard on commercials here and there, and it goes, America runs on Dunkin'. This is the slogan for Dunkin' Donuts, and it implies that Dunkin' Donuts is here for America, all Americans. But I think Dunkin' Donuts forgot that America runs on things like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. An example of that would be the First Amendment. America runs on the First Amendment very strongly. That is, in part, the freedom of speech. But it seems like Dunkin' Donuts has a problem with that, and they are facing a backlash, maybe even a boycott over their recent stance involving social media. Now, we're going to get into the story that I have here on Newsweek.com that I'm going to read from, and it's going to give you an idea of what we're talking about, and you're going to hear my thoughts, and I'm going to welcome your thoughts in the comment section. The headline goes, Dunkin' Donuts faces boycott from MAGA Bud Light treatment. Okay, all right, what are they talking about here? Dunkin' Donuts faces a boycott from MAGA. Now, if you ask me, I think right there, they're kind of fishing for an outcome, or they're kind of manipulating your opinion here. This should actually be a boycott. If it's going to be a boycott, it should be a boycott from everyone who is concerned with the First Amendment, I believe. All right, now let's get into the story, okay? It says here, MAGA influencers on X have called for a boycott of Dunkin' Donuts after the chief executive of the video platform Rumble alleged that the fast food chain declined to advertise with it because, quote, the right-wing culture of the site is too polarizing. The right-wing culture of the site is too polarizing. They are focusing on the so-called right wing, saying that it's too polarizing, which I find to be amusing, guys. When you look around in this particular election cycle, let me ask you something, right? We've all seen people like Bruce Springsteen, Taylor Swift, a few other people talking about, if Donald Trump gets in, I'm leaving the country. You've heard people say, if you're a Donald Trump supporter, you're not welcome at my concerts. I don't want you watching my movies. Have any of you heard any so-called Donald Trump supporters say that if you vote for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, if you vote for anybody on the left, then don't come to see my movies? If they win, if Kamala Harris wins, I'm leaving the country. Have you heard many so-called Donald Trump supporters, people on the right, MAGA people, have you heard people saying that? It seems to me that the polarizing ones are the ones on the left. They're the ones who are issuing ultimatums. It's said that only a Sith deals in absolutes. Moving on. Rumble is joining Elon Musk's social media company X, formerly Twitter, in suing a group of advertisers over allegations that they withheld business from the social media firms because of the right-wing content hosted on their platforms, which means it's more balanced. You know what I mean? Like on Twitter. Listen, guys, I have my issues with X or Twitter with some of the shit that I see on there. But yes, I do charge it up to freedom of speech in a lot of cases. A lot of stuff does not agree with me. I see images, I see a lot of racist shit on there and everything. And what do? I scroll past it, okay? Because if we start regulating like that, then it won't be free for anybody, guys. And I've been cited. So, I'm a little bit sensitive to that. I've been kicked off YouTube. I've had my channel struck. I've had Twitter, do shit to me that I didn't feel was fair. So I would be a hypocrite, if I went along with stuff like this, just because there's some shit on there that offends me. Okay, so on Wednesday, Rumble chief Chris Pavlovsky wrote on X that the company approached Dunkin' Donuts and its parent company Inspire Brands to consider placing advertising on the site because its audience over-indexes with coffee consumption. Pavlovsky posted a screenshot of what appeared to be a redacted email reply from the company. Quote, to be honest, I would be opposed to showing up on the current version of the platform. Right-wing culture of the site is too polarizing from a brand suitability standpoint today. Okay, so they're saying that there's too much right-wing culture on there, so they wouldn't want Dunkin' Donuts to be associated with them, even though I would dare to assume that plenty of right-wing people drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Guess your money's no good there, is what they're saying. So, act accordingly. The screenshot did not show who sent the email, but Pavlovsky's post implied it was from an advertising executive at Dunkin Donuts or Inspire Brands, which also owns Sonic Drive-In and Arby's. We have the meat. Yes, I have the meat too. The social media firm alleges that advertisers organized to withhold advertising from Rumble because it is home to several prominent pundits who have been permanently barred from most other mainstream platforms. Rumble host Alex Jones is one of them, as is Nick Fuentes. Now on Wednesday, hashtag boycott Dunkin Donuts was the first or second biggest trending topic on X for 5 hours. Now, according to one of these accounts on X, I guess it's what is this, at CatTurd2? I don't know who that is. Wrote they thought they could bully Rumble into dropping their biggest podcast behind the scenes. I noticed for a fact it's time to Bud Light at Dunkin Donuts. You guys might remember the Bud Light kerfuffle where what was it? They had the trans person and there was a boycott behind that or something. I wasn't too familiar with that, but I saw that it happened and I saw that it worked. And I mean, for what it's worth, I don't blame people for boycotting or taking their money elsewhere. I mean, this is a move that Dunkin Donuts made. Dunkin Donuts is saying, well, we don't want so-called right-wing people. We don't want to advertise to them. So they're saying we don't want their money. So it seems logical to me, don't give them your money. You know what I mean? Let's see. At the end of the day, if they want that money, then they might want to consider advertising. But, like I said, I'm a little bit sensitive to this because at the core of this is this concept of misinformation, right? And to me, what misinformation is more than anything these days is any viewpoint that goes against the mainstream narrative. Or the conditioning of the governing body. Now, I know I was kicked off of YouTube for a time because I simply told the truth about something that was going on in Kansas regarding a court action against Pfizer. You know what I mean? And we all know, of course, that the jabs are safe and effective. They will help you get into heaven. They are the best thing ever. What's up, YouTube? Anyway, so I know, being cited with something like that, what's at the heart of this? They don't want a balanced view. There was a time when we had, let's say, a show like Donahue. Some of you are not old enough to remember. Before Oprah, there was a talk show host called Phil Donahue. And that's when America was a lot smarter and we gave each other the benefit of choice and intelligence and being able to digest certain information and process it ourselves. Donahue used to have a variety of different guests on. He might have the Ku Klux Klan on there with the Nation of Islam, and nobody was like, oh, we're going to boycott your show. We're not going to watch your show because you have the Ku Klux Klan, you have Farrakhan, and oh no, you know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't until maybe the Arsenio Hall show, I think he had Farrakhan on there and he got a pushback for that. But back in the day, it used to be that, being fair and balanced was actually a value in America. Now everything is about dictation. They dictate to us the information that we get. And if anything goes off of that thought plantation, it's said to be immediately misinformation, even if it's true. They don't want you to know certain things. The truth should not be subjective. The truth is just the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. You know what I mean? So I'm not Mr. Sensitive, even though I see a lot of stuff on X. I see a lot of stuff on Facebook and all of these other social media outlets that I don't like. It's my right to sift through it. It's my right to scroll past it. It's my right to like or to not like it. You know what I mean? So this is what we got going on. Apparently Dunkin Donuts, probably among others, they don't believe in that. They want to control. And it is their right now, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's their right as a business where they want to advertise. But my thing is, you can't just say, I reject you, but give me your money. And that's the reason why I'm putting this message out there. Because I'm sure they're still taking right-wing money, but behind the scenes, they're saying, we don't even want to deal with those people. We'll take their money, but we don't value them, and their right to feel how they feel about things. So guys, that's my opinion on it. You guys can get in the comment section and let me know what you think about Dunkin Donuts' stance on all of this. If you ask me, Dunkin Donuts is not even all that anymore. I have at least 2 other donut and coffee spots that are vastly superior to Dunkin Donuts. I will probably never go back to Dunkin Donuts anyway, just because I really don't like their stuff. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. But you guys, you can get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about all of this. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Thank you guys for your support. You can contribute to the channel with the super thanks feature on each and every one of my videos. I thank you for that. And I will catch you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.